Near the beaches of Daytona, two rivals collide. For the Falcons, going for win number 20 with a titanic challenge in their way. It's Eastern Florida and Daytona State coming up next. Welcome inside the Limerand Center. Everybody, great to have you with us. We get set for NJCAA volleyball here in just a few minutes as you are looking at the Eastern Florida Titans. A rivalry game. They'll be wearing the white tonight, taking on your Daytona State Falcons in blue. Pause now for the national anthem as we get set for what should be a fabulous match.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the campus of Daytona State College for tonight's volleyball match, featuring the Eastern Florida State College Titans and your Daytona State Falcons. This evening's match is sanctioned by the National Junior College Athletic Association and the Florida College System Activities Association. At this time, we invite you to please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was a coming?
The Titans of Eastern Florida taking on the Falcons out of Daytona State. As we welcome you courtside, everybody, Drew Felios alongside the sports marketing manager, Shannon O'Neill. Shannon, no matter what sport these two teams play in, it's always a treat. Tonight should be awesome, though, on the volleyball court. What are we looking for?
Yeah, tonight I think is going to be a great match. We've got these two teams coming together, conference rivals. It's getting near the end of the season. We've got a lot on the line. It's going to be a great game.
All right, the Titans, an extremely talented team, as Eastern Florida will look for the upset here tonight, and they've got several players who will play at the next level, including Kylie Hurst, wearing number 3, the middle blocker and setter, sophomore, tremendous talent out of Greeley, Colorado. She actually played for the club that head coach Andrea Rasmussen coached for before coming to Eastern Florida. That combo has continued here. Andrew doing a great job. She is actually the wife of men's soccer coach Oliver 12trees at Eastern Florida. And on the other side for Daytona State, they are led by Laura Kurtz, wearing number 1. The freshman from Germany has been special, Shannon.
She is great. Laura has been leading this team this year. She's leading the team in points and kills. She's all over the place. She's doing great.
Also keep an eye on Urelis Rios, the sophomore libero. And there's Laura Stiegel in her 5th season. Took her first head coaching job at age 24, one of the best in the business. Husband Randy, the head baseball coach at Embry-Riddle. It is an all-sports family Laura is a part of.
Coach Stiegel's got the Falcons with one of their best seasons so far in the program history, so it's been a great year.
So Daytona State comes in ranked number 14 in the latest NJCAA poll, number 4 in the regional coaches poll, and 3rd place in the Mid-Florida Conference behind Polk State and the College of Central Florida. But it was a big loss last week to the College of Central Florida. The coach Stiegel hopes this team can rebound from. That was a tough one, Shannon.
That was a really tough loss. I mean, they did stretch it out to 5 games, and it looked like the Falcons had a real chance there, but unfortunately they did come away with a loss there.
So Daytona State at 19-4 and 4-2 in the conference. Two teams will come together, shake hands, and we'll get set for action. Eastern Florida 10-8 on the season, 2-4 in conference play. The Titans had a great start. We're actually ranked also for the first time in program history. As you see Coach Stiegel, she was pumped up before this match, knowing that there's only one more regular season match at the Lemarant Center after this. So this is crunch time here for the Falcons.
This is going to be a big night for the Falcons. We've got the game tonight, game on Thursday, and then we're done for the regular season here. So it's a big game.
Daytona State took Wednesday and Thursday of last week off, wanted to get healthy in preparation for this one.
We did have a couple of illnesses last week that did not help with the College of Central Florida game. A couple of the players had the flu. We had one player with tonsillitis, so we're glad to have everybody back and healthy tonight.
Yeah, Laura Kurtz was one of those players with the flu. Freshman's going to look to bounce back here tonight. Her offense still improving. And last time these two teams played, she shined. 9 kills, 8 digs against Eastern Florida back on September 28th. So last time these two teams met, it was the end of September. Daytona State won handedly, 3-0. It's going to be tough to duplicate that here tonight. As Summer Magliocetti for the Titans sets it up and underway. Aaron Arbor in the back line for Eastern Florida, and that is up against the net. Danny Smith can't put it over, and it's a point for the Falcons.
Into the Falcons, number 10, Yasmin Cup.
Emily DiStafino serving. Ball gets on the deck. Rios puts it over, but it's a little bit wide. That'll be a point for the Titans. Mentioned the strong start for Eastern Florida. Ranked for the first time in program history, but the Hurricane Irma, that is a big setback. Canceled some games, threw this team out of rhythm, and things have not quite been the same as the Titans able to get another point.
Yeah, both of these teams, along with the rest of the Mid-Florida Conference, really had an interruption to their season from Hurricane Irma. The girls on the Daytona State team actually stayed with their coaches during the hurricane, which helped them come together a little bit.
Here's Laura Kurtz now, the superstar out of Germany. She has taken on a huge role for this Titans team this year. And she has answered the bell every single time. Here's a nice touch. That time by Summer Magliocetti. Kylie Hurst also, big factor for Eastern Florida. So this is Denise Smith, sophomore out of Vieira. And that's the miss hit that time by Taylor Garcia.
You don't see that a lot from Taylor. She's had a pretty good year. Another freshman has really been leading this team.
Shot by Kyra Ross. Redshirt outside hitter out of Jacksonville. She's had kind of an up and down year, but now as we're in the stretch run, I think her best volleyball is still yet to be played. Now front line, right side, kept alive by Cook. Here's Ross again. Finds a spot right in front of the line. Daytona State team averaging 12 kills per set and 10 assists with that. will be a service ace. First of the match for Taylor Garcia. Two in a row for Garcia.
So 7-4. Early edge for Daytona State. First shot dug. And again, touch. With the kill. And it's a point to Eastern Florida. That time as well went low. So here's Kylie Hurst, sophomore from Greeley, Colorado, out of Windsor High School. Number 3.
Hurst on the serve. And it's an ace. So the Titans get one of their own.
It was a good dive there from Sandra Hovels, but she wasn't able to get there in time.
Eastern Florida coming off a big win, 3-2. That was at Lake Sumter last Thursday. So they want to keep it rolling here tonight. There's a nice shot by Yasmin Cook, the freshman. Substitution now, as that's Gardielli's Laureano, freshman setter out of Riverview. Cook goes to the bench for the Falcons. Left side now, it's Ross again. She has come out swinging tonight.
Dominating so far for the Falcons.
Kyra Ross out of University Christian. That is a sports superpower at the high school level. Here's Hurst now, the setter. Kept alive by Rios. Daytona State doing a good job defensively here in the first set, but finding a gap is Rachel Gunn. Eastern Florida tonight wants to run fast. As Coach Andrea Rasmussen said, it's a very diverse team. There's not really one or two players you can count on. They got so many that can hurt you, as Sandra Hubbles delivers for the Falcons.
And for the Falcons, number 13, Paula Fabian.
Paula Fabian in now for the Falcons, and she goes back to serve. Sophomore out of Germany. Comes off the bench and really gives Daytona State a great spark. Barmack puts it over. Second shot kind of rolls along that net and it goes down. So Barnack goes to the bench and Aaron Arbor comes in. Miscommunication that time by the Daytona State offense.
Emily DeStefano tried to get in there for that one.
Arbor to serve for the Titans. Home team a little out of sync. Good opportunity for Eastern Florida here. Left side, couldn't get it over the net. And now it'll be a point for Daytona State.
Point Daytona State.
Here's Urelis Rios, who has been through so much this fall, Shannon. Urelis out of Puerto Rico. I don't need to say any more.
Yeah, Urelis has done a great job of being here with her team, but also, of course, having a heart back in Puerto Rico with her family. She actually brought the girls together, and they did a little bit of a fundraiser a few weeks ago to try to get together some donations to send down to family and friends in Puerto Rico.
That'd be another point for Daytona State. It is amazing considering the circumstances that this young lady has played the way she has played this season. It did not affect her play on the court whatsoever.
No, she's put up another great year for Daytona State. You know, she was a standout player last year, and coming back on this team, she's really continued to grow as a player.
Nice run now for Daytona State. 4 straight points for the Falcons as Rios is on a roll. Rios had 21 aces coming into tonight. There's a nice kill by Denise Smith. Lisa Pauser exits for the Titans. Smith, the sophomore out of nearby Vieira, transfer from Kaiser University. And that one's going to be hit long. Here's Magliacetti. Falcons now work that left side. There's a nice block. Kylie Hurst combining with Denise Smith. Titans have put together some impressive points. This has been a game of runs so far. Both teams kind of trading shots, and that one's long. So Eastern Florida has not yet led, just yet, in this match. They could tie it here. That one's wide. Our officials tonight, Mark Mills is up top. Ricardo Cruz is our second official. That's going to be an illegal set that time, so a point for Daytona State.
Double violation, point Daytona State.
Kept alive by the front line. Scrambling are the Titans. They find a way to get it over. Falcons attacking. That one's down as Taylor Garcia hammers away.
Garcia has really made a mark on this team this year. She's been a great asset for the Falcons.
Right side. That's an awesome answer, Yasmin Cook. Boy, Cook is off to a great start, isn't she?
She is. That's the 8th kill for tonight for the Falcons.
DiStefano into the net. So the side out Eastern Florida will serve. Trailing by 4 here, set number 1 at Daytona State College. Drew Felios, Shannon O'Neill with you from the Lemerant Center. Falcons trying to get a good swing here. That's sent back by Hurst. I to think that this young lady is a middle blocker and also a setter. That is what you call doing everything for the team. Quickly put over by Garcia. Daytona State able to stay in command. Shannon, what do you see so far from Daytona State that you really like?
I see a lot of focus. You know, they're staying in the game. They're not letting a couple of errors get in their way. They're coming right back at it.
That's a point by Rachel Gunn of Eastern Florida. As the Falcons closing in on 20 here and set number 1. A very fast pace here tonight. As Delaney Smith, sophomore out of Orlando, will serve for the Titans. Meanwhile, Barnack checks back in. Falcons keep it off the floor. It's a big save. Along the back, his gun puts it over. Daytona State looking for a big swing. Cook delivers.
The kill by Jasmine Cook. Daytona State.
It's the 10th kill of the night for Daytona State. Some assistance there from Stefano, who was actually named the setter of the week for Mid-Florida Conference last week.
I'll tell you what, if Cook continues to play like this, Daytona State's got something special heading down the stretch, and now an unforced error. So Daytona State starting to close in on a set one victory. Mishandled that time by the Titans. Another point for the Falcons, 22-16. Daytona State dropped a couple spots in the NGCAA poll after that loss to the College of Central Florida. It went from 12 to 14. So trying to make a statement here tonight at home as Gunn able to paint that back line, point Titans. Smith heads out for the Titans. Alisa Pauser, the freshman, checks in. Here's Kylie Hurst serving. And this one's wide.
Serving error, point Daytona State.
Cook heads out for Daytona State.
Number 17.
And Laureano heads to the back line to serve. 23-17. Oh, that's a quick attack that time. And it'll be a point for Daytona State. So it's set point, 24-17. Ross able to get the point that seals the set. Kyra Ross and Yasmin Cook, tremendous in set number one as Daytona State wins it 25-17. So Daytona State up a set here at the Lemarant Center, off to a good start. Eastern Florida had their moments in that first frame. There you take a look at the numbers for the Titans. 2 kills, an ace, a couple errors they've got to shore up in set number 2 on the Titans side. And for Daytona State, anytime you have Ross and Cook playing the way that they played, you also have Taylor Garcia serving well. Things are going to go well for the Falcons.
Yeah, this is really a very well-stacked team. I mean, you've got a lot of great players coming in here and contributing.
So Daytona State, coached by Laura Stiegel in her 5th season, victorious in set number 1. We'll step aside. Set number 2 coming up in just a moment here from the Lemarant Center. Welcome back here to the Lemarant Center. Daytona State impressive 25-17 over the Eastern Florida Titans in set number 1. Drew Felios and Shannon O'Neill. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first set as Daytona State threatened a little bit about midway through, but able to get the critical points when they needed, and good serves, too, along the way. Good job by Kyra Ross in that first set. Also, Yasmin Cook as well. Taylor Garcia serving well for the home team. So far, so good, Shannon.
Yeah, it's been a great match so far. Daytona State stumbled a little bit there in the middle of the first set, but they were able to keep their composure and come right back in.
Back to live action. Daytona State. Oh, good job by the Titans to keep the ball off the floor that time. Quick set. Nice dig by Eastern Florida. Played quickly by Magliochetti. Letcher's swing, dug. And now Kurtz doing her thing for the Falcons. Oh, that was the best point of the match.
That was fantastic.
Daytona State. Huge task of gelling tonight, getting back to business. After that loss last week, really took some steam out of them, and so far this team looks rejuvenated. Sometimes you need a little bit of time off. Got to step aside, kind of refocus. Falcons have done just that.
I think the break did a lot of good for these girls.
How about that hammer by Kurtz? Just wide, but that had a ton of velocity on it. Letcher back to serve now for the Titans. Ariel Letcher, freshman out of Sebastian. Slide run to perfection from Garcia.
Great night for Garcia and Kurtz. Both of them were also big stars in the last game when the Titans took on the Falcons.
Taylor Garcia, just a great story for Daytona State.
Taylor's actually training to be a paramedic. She wants to follow in her mother's footsteps and become a firefighter.
Yeah, Laura Kurtz, the point. Yeah, Taylor Garcia studying to be an EMT firefighter, and she's had great competition with Shelby Glosson this entire year. Just the epitome of student athlete here at Daytona State. Rios puts it over. And now the Titans working quickly. That's a nice job at the net by Rachel Gunn.
That was a good shot.
Here's Carly Gregory, freshman out of Wellington. 16 service aces. This is what she does well. And just as I say that, she serves one long. If you are Eastern Florida, you cannot afford the unforced errors here tonight.
No, you definitely have to be on your A game coming against these Falcons this year.
DiStefano the dig. Now Kurtz played from the back line, and Laura Kurtz just pinpoint. Laura Kurtz had the flu last week. Needed some time to rest up. She looks great here so far. Right side, tapped over by Hurst, and it's a point.
Point, Eastern Florida.
Kylie Hurst, get this. As Coach Andrea Rasmussen said, you could ask Kylie to jump off the side of the building for a team. She would do it.
That's dedication.
Selfless type of player. Big block, heads out. That's another kill for Kyra Ross. Lisa Pauser, number 15 for Eastern Florida. Hasn't really been able to get going here so far. 6-3. There's a big swing. Pauser must have heard me on that one.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very athletic, versatile player out of Brazil. and the best blocker along that front line for the Titans. Rachel Gunn hits it long. In comes Laureano once again. Oh, that was impressive.
That was a big kill for Eastern Florida.
Bowser, a great defensive presence, but that swing right there says it all. She's got all the talent in the world and just a freshman. So now here's Erin Arbor, freshman out of Stewart. Wipe the floor on the Falcons side. Homecoming week here on campus. Fun and festive as always, Shannon.
Yes, this is the second year that Daytona State has had a homecoming week. A lot going on, including this game tonight.
How about Sandra Hubbles getting up and putting that one down? She runs the slide really well.
She does. Sandra's another key returning starter for us this year for the Falcons.
Paula Fabian off the bench. Served in a really good spot. Good swing by Pausler, though, was undiggable.
Like we said earlier, these conference rivals come together. You're going to see the best game that they can each give. So,
Pausler heads to the bench. Magliocetti, the sophomore from South Fork High School. Here's Letcher. That one's not going over. The wall of Falcons there to send it back.
Stefano and Hobbles on that great block.
Emily DiStefano. Such a key for this Falcons team. Stetson commit.
Taylor Garcia
making it all
back
happen.
in the game for the Falcons.
Too tough to put back. Taylor Garcia. Now the lead is 4. So far, so good for Daytona State. Really need this win tonight, and the defense starting to break down on the Eastern Florida side. Here's Rios. Another point for Daytona State. Tell you what, Urelius Rios, we know when she came in here to Daytona, they thought she'd be an outside hitter. But they realized she's a little too small for that.
Yes.
Put her at that libero spot, Shannon. She has really shined.
Yeah, she's really found her spot with that position.
Kurtz elevated that time. Now the Titans coming right back. Letcher, good swing. Kurtz taps it over. Dug nicely by Smith. Letcher, a little bit too long. 5 points in a row for Daytona State, so starting to pull away. Eastern Florida has got to turn it up here. Kurtz heads up and played at the net by Hurston. Easy tap.
I think Eastern heard you on that one.
Letcher to serve now. Take a look at that front line. It's Hurst. But Daytona State's front line right now a little bit more consistent and just a little bit more heads up as DiStefano goes back to serve, and Cook will come in again for the Falcons.
Tough block there from Eastern.
DiStefano now back to serve. The lead is now 8 for the home team. Rios, nice dig. Cook a big swing. Arbor keeps it off the deck. Working quickly is DiStefano. And it's another Falcons point.
Something may have just happened. Here's now. Yeah, I think that just fixed it. I think so.
So Emily DiStefano serving for Daytona State. Tough swing there, and that's Rachel Gunn.
Garcia and Cook are right up there at the net, but unfortunately they weren't able to block that.
DiStefano, great set that time, and Garcia the point.
Daytona State.
Another dig by Rios. Ross.
Another big hit from Ross.
Yeah. So Daytona State is pretty much controlled from the outset here at home. 17-9 in set number 2. Of course, play best of 5. Tell you what, Yasmin Cook, she has come to play here tonight.
She definitely has.
Number 10, out of France, only a freshman, right side hitter. Hurst puts it over. Now the Falcons trying to attack that corner. What a job by Emily DiStefano.
That was a perfect touch for DiStefano. Just put it right back there in the corner.
DiStefano coming from that top select club volleyball program in Oviedo. Ten-point lead for the home team. Daytona State in command right now. Barnack can't get a big swing on it. Garcia over that back line, and now Ross the tap. And it's another point at 29.
Ira Ross at a University Christian High School up in Jacksonville.
Everything's starting to click right now for Coach Stigl and her Falcons. DiStefano set it up perfectly that time. Falcons should get another good swing here. Cook tried to tap it, was sent back. Ross up against the net. It'll be a point for Eastern Florida, but a great run for Daytona State.
Now, this is a really competitive conference that Daytona State and Eastern Florida both play in. Of the 5 teams in the conference, 3 of them have been in the national rankings this year in the top 25. So it's a highly competitive group.
That set is long, so just as Eastern Florida gets the ball back, a service error. Cannot afford those when you're trying to come back down double digits. There's Coach Stigl. Now from the left side. That one, did it strike the antenna? I believe it did. And a point for Daytona State. Was wondering why Loriano just caught it that time. She knew that was up against the antenna. Hurst. Set, not going to get it done. Falcons able to score again. And now lead by 13. So set point, 24-10. As Loriano goes back to serve it. for Daytona State. As this match has gone along, Falcons have just played better and better.
Communication on this team is key.
Look at that shot by Hubbles. She knew it was money from the moment she left her feet.
Daytona State.
25-10 impressively in set number 2 for your Daytona State Falcons. So if you're Eastern Florida, right now trailing 2-0, definitely have a big hole to try and climb out of.
Yeah.
Titans really struggled in that second set, Shannon.
They really did. You could kind of see a little bit of a communication breakdown there in the middle of the set, and unfortunately they weren't able to rebound from that, but they'll come back here in the third set and see what they can bring out, see what Coach Rasmussen is able to put on the table.
Meanwhile, Daytona State just keep doing what they're doing. Now 1 set away from their 20th victory of the season. There's the numbers for the Titans. Defense just had too many cracks in that second set. 14 errors as well. Tough whenever you're on the road. And on the other side for Daytona State, everything clicking, the offense running exactly like Coach Stiegel would want it to.
Yeah, I think that week off last week after the College of Central Florida loss has been a real benefit to this team.
Daytona State, 12 kills, 10 assists per set. The average coming into tonight, 4 aces to work off of. Look at the digs as well, as Rios got it done defensively. Daytona State in command here from the Lemarant Center. We'll step aside and come back in just a moment.
Express yourself through the art of dance at Daytona State College. With a variety of classes offered in modern dance, jazz dance, and ballet, there is an outlet for your creativity. From beginners to more advanced performers, there is a place for you. Non-dancers and fitness enthusiasts will benefit from the stretch and placement class, featuring conditioning in a fitness class setting. For students with prior training and performance experience, the DSC Dance Theater performs at on- and off-campus venues. Limited scholarships are available.
Great night so far for the Daytona State Falcons. They've got a 2-0 lead here at the Lemarant Center. Drew Felios alongside Shannon O'Neill, the sports marketing manager here at Daytona State. Let's take a look at some of the highlights that we have seen. The Falcons, everything going right in that set number 2, Shannon.
Yeah, the Falcons really have been firing on all cylinders tonight.
Daytona State scoring early and often. Kyra Ross continuing to hammer away. The defense stellar on their end. Had a good job by Elisa Pauser for Eastern Florida in that second set, but not much else. Meanwhile, DiStefano and Hubbles, that combination really started to gel for the Falcons.
Yeah, those two sophomores are definitely showing some veteran experience out there tonight.
So Daytona State ranked number 14 in the latest poll. Looking like they are eager to move up. As we start set number 3, Falcons come out swinging. Kurtz. Her shot's dug. And now Laura Kurtz. That one tapped along the front line. And Arbor, the good dig for Eastern Florida as the Titans able to score the first point. That's something they haven't had, Shannon. A good start to a set for the Eastern Florida side.
Yeah, that's some good momentum for them, trying to get going here in the third set, see if they can make a little comeback.
Magliochetti. Good block along that front line. Kylie Hurst starting to be more active for the Titans. And the point scored by Carly Gregory. First time we've called her name tonight.
Gregory's been another freshman standout for the Titans.
Falcons got to make sure they continue to execute as Taylor Garcia gets the first point of this third set.
Into the Falcon, number 10, Yasmin
Yasmin
Cook.
Cook has been the weapon tonight for Daytona State. She just checked in. Arbor active along the back line right now for the Titans. Cook, the dig. Kurtz, can't kill it. Titans really tracking where Laura Kurtz is at all times during this match. Here's Cook. Another point.
The field line, Yasmin Cook. Point. Daytona State.
Yasmin Cook had a huge game in that College of Central Florida match last week. Had 15 kills in that contest, so she is really starting to establish herself as another block by Taylor Garcia.
Garcia's been a brick wall at the net for the Falcons tonight.
First lead in this third frame for the Falcons. That one tapped over by Kylie Hurst, and we're tied at 3.
Titans definitely look like they came up fired up for this third set.
Ariel Letcher, the freshman out of Sebastian, Florida, Sebastian River High School. Here's Kurtz. Big time play by Garcia, who's just waiting for it. You know, Shannon, usually when opposing teams come in here to the Lemoran Center, the ceiling is usually a factor at least 1 or 2 times in a match. It hasn't been so far here tonight.
Yeah, it has come into play this season for sure.
In fact, Coach Stiegel says we count on our home ceiling for sometimes about 2 to 3 points per match. It can really affect the difference. That was Cook again. Coach Stiegels had the great challenge of just trying to find consistency with this group. You know, they struggled with errors early on, some silly mistakes, but then the shot selection started to get better. Decision-making has gotten better, and that's why Daytona State is having the season they're having. But right now, Eastern Florida has taken a 2-point lead here in set 3. Kyra Ross has brought the hammer tonight.
Kyra Ross with the kill. Point. Daytona State.
Coach Stiegel also saying the biggest key to her team's success is passing. If it can be as crisp as it has been tonight, there's no telling what this Daytona State team can accomplish. Here's Ross again. Went softly that time, and it got by Magliochetti, who got on the deck.
Ross has done a great job tonight knowing when to use the power and when not to.
There's a time and place for everything.
That's right.
Here's Garcia. just wide. So Garcia comes out. And the libero Rios comes on in for Daytona State. Right side. Duck again. Smith. Here's Barnack. Hubbles had a good look, just hit it right through that block.
In for Daytona State, number 17, Gardelise Laureano.
Puck comes out. Laureano comes in for Daytona State. DiStefano, right side, and there's that ceiling. I said at least one time it would have been a factor tonight. I think we just saw it.
It's the Falcons' green monster.
Here's Laureano. Daytona State back on top. How about that dig by Rios? That was big time. Ross taps it over now. Here's Gunn. Lovels wants that slide again, and she has it.
Almost has a perfect touch on that hit.
Sandra Hovels. The potential to play Division I volleyball is all there. Player that certainly needs to be a factor here down the stretch. And a legal hit called on Eastern Florida.
Well, Drew, there are some postseason ramifications on this game.
Big time.
Mid-Florida Conference playoffs start next week, and Falcons can get a win here. They're guaranteed at least a 3 seed going into the conference playoffs.
Yeah, Daytona State has one more regular season match with Polk State. Right now, they're kind of in a 3-team duel for that lead in the Mid-Florida Conference with Polk State and also with the College of Central Florida. But keep in mind, in the postseason, only 2 can go on.
Correct.
Shannon talking with Coach Stiegel before the match. You could just see the desire, the determination in her eyes, how bad she wants it for this team. This is one of the favorite teams that she has had in her short time here in Daytona. Just loves the personalities, the talent, and the work ethic of these young ladies as they score again. The Titans can't get it over.
Yeah, they really want to make it to that state tournament this year, and they've got a good chance. They've had a great season. That Polk State game, and Polk State coming up here to Daytona State is going to be a big factor and a big momentum swing going into the postseason.
Quick hit that time, kept alive by Hovels. Hurst. Rios can't take it this time, and it's a point for Jenna Barnack.
Point, Eastern Florida.
Eastern Florida wants to make some kind of a run. It has got to come right now. As we'll clean up a wet spot on the floor. Get a look at Ariel Letcher, one of the young freshmen for the Titans. He's talking about the personalities of this Daytona State team, though, and how they have grown as a team, Shannon. This team, in the offseason, went down to, or up to Defusky Island in South Carolina, spent about 3-4 days together. Since that retreat, things just haven't really been the same for the better as Hubble scores again. They've really gelled. They've come together. They've realized who the leaders are, and right now this is a well-oiled machine.
They are definitely communicating well, acting well as a team. I think that retreat was a big help, and then Hurricane Irma kind of gave them a second retreat, so they're definitely working together very well.
Falcons attacking. Hubbles the hammer again. And did she touch the net that time? No, she didn't. Point for Daytona State. It does count. Keep in mind at this level, when you only have 2- and 3-year windows. Tough to get that chemistry sometimes.
It is. It's definitely a different atmosphere in junior college when you don't have 4 years to really cement a team together. Coach Stiegel's done a great job of putting a good team together who gels well and can get out there and win some games.
Falcons playing well right now, leading by 7. Quick set over. Good job by DiStefano.
She definitely got a hole in that one.
DiStefano had 740 assists coming into tonight. The Stetson commit. She is going to be something for the Hatters over the next few years. And right now the serving takes over. Fabian able to score. Falcons trying to make quick work of their arch rivals. That one's wide. Another point for Daytona State.
You know, the Falcons and Titans also met on the pitch last night down in Melbourne. Big women's soccer match. Went into 2 overtimes. And Daytona State came away with a big win.
That was the first time that Daytona State has ever beaten Eastern Florida. They were trailing late, 2-1, get a big late goal in regulation, go to the second overtime, and get the winner. It was one of the best moments, I think, in Falcons women's soccer history, would you say?
Definitely. This has been a big season for women's soccer. They went back up in the rankings today, cracked the top 5 again. They're having a great year, just 1 loss, and looking forward to a good postseason.
10-point advantage for Daytona State. Closing in on what would be a sweep. Pauser. They need to get her involved a lot more. Lisa Pauser will check out. Magliochetti comes on in. Big things in the future for number 15.
The Titans are working hard to stay in this match.
Now Rachel Gunn will serve for Eastern Florida, trailing by 9, and the unforced errors tonight have been crushing for the Titans.
It's tough when you don't play a clean game.
In for the Falcons, number 5, Joey Lawson.
Right side attack for Daytona State. Taylor Garcia has played error-free here tonight. Now Bates will serve. Freshman out of Peoria, Illinois, getting some action here in the late going. Rachel Gunn winds up. Oh, good job by Bates to get on the deck. The defense coming through. Rios sets it up. Lawson gets her first swing of the night. That one drops down as Rachel Gunn was able to put it over. Defense wasn't ready for that one. Barnack back in. Arbor has a seat for the Titans. Eastern Florida 10-8, 2-4 in conference play, and about to fall to 10-9 and 2-5 here if things don't turn around quickly. Time running out. Passing has not been crisp for Eastern Florida tonight. And now 2 points away is Daytona State. I think we're seeing a determined Falcon team tonight on a mission. Miss hit that time. Hubbles does get it over, though. And we've got a battle at the net. And it'll be a point for the Falcons, and it'll be match point.
Taylor Garcia's back to serve.
Point set.
And that is going to do it.
Daytona State Falcons.
As Daytona State easily cruises 3 sets to none over Eastern Florida, 25-12 in that final set. Shannon, it seemed like as the match went along, the Falcons only got better and better.
It did definitely seem like they were just working towards more and more, and they were really focused out there tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
I think Morelli's Rios really paced Daytona State. Her defense and her passing just superb. Taylor Garcia, great performance. Emily DiStafino, the passing was crisp. Sandra Hubbles working along the front line on the sides. And then you've got Ross and Cuck, who just teed off tonight.
Oh, Kyra Ross was definitely out there with the coach tonight. Big force for the Falcons.
Take a look
Cuck
at
was right there with her.
two head coaches, Coach Stiegel and Andrea Rasmussen, discussing things as these two great rivals will certainly meet again, but tonight this one belongs to Daytona State as they flex their muscle at home. Only one more home match remaining here in the regular season as they'll take on Polk State this Thursday night.
That's going to be a big match for the Falcons. Polk State is very well matched. It's a great team, another conference team a win there would be big going into the postseason, would make a big difference in the seed for the tournament next week.
So Eastern Florida, take a look at some of the final numbers for the Titans. This Eastern Florida team is coming off a high, a 3-2 win at Lake Sumter. Just really unable to string it together. They played well in bunches, but what really stands out there, Shannon?
Yeah, that 24 errors, that's a tough to overcome for any team. So that definitely stood out tonight for the Titans, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, for Daytona State, not many errors, 15 total, but the aces, the serving was outstanding. The kills, the passing, the offense just ran in precision tonight.
42 kills. It feels like Kyra Ross had at least half of those tonight.
So it was a night full of highlights for the Falcons. Eastern Florida trying to attack early. Daytona State getting everybody involved. That was Cook. Had kind of an up and down year. Tonight it was certainly up. And then at the net, Taylor Garcia coming through. Garcia, 14, just owning the moment here at Lemoran tonight. So it's been a fun night here at the Lemoran Center. Daytona State victorious as they improve to 20-4. Great job by our crew here tonight from WDSC TV. As always, a first-class job. Also, Shannon O'Neill, great job and a great thanks to all the hard work that you have done this season.
Thanks,
Until
Drew.
next time, I'm Drew Fellio saying so long from Daytona Beach.